You've built something substantial, put in the hours, and launched your offer. And then, crickets. You're met with zero sales and total silence. Your first instinct is to find an external culprit. You blame shifting algorithms, low traffic numbers, or a customer base that you assume is simply too cheap or unready to buy. If prospects are reaching your page but refusing to commit, the breakdown occurs at the point of exchange. The mismatch between what you are selling and what the market actually needs is the silent killer of most launches. An offer audit serves as a rigorous, structural diagnosis of this misalignment. It identifies the specific gaps between your internal perception of the product and the actual experience of the customer. Systematically diagnosing and fixing these core elements is the only reliable way to convert market friction into actual revenue. Effective buyer psychology rests on a single rule. People do not buy products, they buy solutions to highly specific types of problems. The Pure framework acts as a mandatory filter for any successful offer. For a customer to take action, the problem you solve must be painful, urgent, recognized, and expensive. If your offer misses even one of these criteria, the psychological motivation to purchase collapses. A problem that is painful but not urgent is simply something the customer will deal with someday, which means they won't pay to fix it today. Even when you solve a pure problem, the offer can still fail during the translation. Jargon-heavy messaging often turns clear outcomes into a list of confusing features that create immediate buying friction. To eliminate this confusion, you need a specific value proposition formula. Provide a specific result in a set time frame without the common pain point. Compare a vague promise like strategic positioning to a sharp, metric-driven outcome. Get 50 qualified leads per month from LinkedIn without posting daily. This level of clarity in your messaging is what transforms a product from an optional luxury into an urgent necessity. Every checkout process requires a psychological leap of faith. Generic testimonials focused on personality fail to bridge the trust gap. They don't prove the product works. Bridging that gap requires specific proof, detailed case studies, and quantifiable before and after metrics. These assets preemptively answer a buyer's objections by showing them the bridge you've already built for others. You can further amplify this perceived value through value stacking. This strategy uses bonuses to make the core promise so compelling that saying no feels like a financial loss for the buyer. There is a strict rule for these additions. Every bonus must specifically accelerate results, remove a technical obstacle, or reduce the buyer's risk. While stacking value helps individual sales, a broader issue often sabotages the business: portfolio bloat. It is a counterintuitive reality, but most businesses find higher profit margins by sunsetting mediocre products. Focusing your marketing on fewer exceptional offers prevents market confusion and saves your internal resources. A high-converting business relies on concentrated value. By giving a buyer fewer, stronger choices, you actually increase the likelihood that they will commit to a purchase. Moving into the execution phase requires you to abandon your assumptions. Finding the exact failure points of an offer depends entirely on mining real customer data. Inside your sales call recordings, customer direct messages, and competitor reviews. These sources contain the exact language and pain points you need for your messaging. Once you have a new concept, you must test it before scaling. This prevents the mistake of building an entire program before validating actual demand. Beta launches and waitlists involving small segments of 10 to 20 people provide a rapid feedback loop. This allows you to improve the offer based on real-world objections before a full public launch. Your action plan is strict. Fix the value proposition first, then integrate hard social proof. This diagram shows the final steps of the process. Strip away the portfolio bloat, run a small-scale test, and iterate based purely on the data you collect. Success in this process is built on the discipline of taking ownership. By treating the offer audit as a continuous requirement, you provide the only real guarantee of long-term brand survival.